Good morning, Fit Fam. Happy Friday. It is time for your Friday Fit Tip. And today's Friday Fit Tip is about cardio and the way that your body uses the calories, or the macros rather, that you consume during cardio. So let's talk about the different levels at which you participate in your cardio. There are 3 levels. There are 3 macros: proteins, carbs, fats. You burn different macros at different levels. When you are at the highest level, where you're really pushing and you are stressing your body out, literally stressing your body out in your brain, you're telling your brain that it needs to be in survival mode. Your body goes into panic mode and it actually stores fat. It holds on to the fat. It is not going to burn it because it may need it for later use. That is your level 3. And that's actually where your body starts reaching for proteins to burn instead. So when people say, I don't want to do too much cardio, or I don't want to push too hard because I'll burn my muscle, you're not necessarily burning muscle, but you are burning the fuel that builds your muscles, the essential amino acids, your proteins. So you're not burning muscle, but you are preventing your muscle from getting the nutrients that it needs, because those are the nutrients that your body is going to burn first. It's going to reach for those. It's going to use those, okay, for the energy that you are telling it requires. The way to tell if you are at this level is, obviously you can track your heart rates. If it's above 140, 150, you're probably in that zone. If you do not have a heart rate tracker, like a smartwatch or a heart monitor, then you can do the talk test. The talk test is just either talking or singing a song. I tell my clients to say their ABCs. And if you are gasping so much that you are using all of your oxygen to breathe instead of being able to sing a song, then you are probably at level 3, where you're burning your proteins. Even professional athletes don't spend a lot of time in zone 3 because for that reason, they want to hold on to their protein because they need that for their muscles. They need it for their performance. So let's bump down to level 2. At level 2, where you are above the first ventilatory threshold but below the second one, you are actually burning your carbs. This is where a lot of bodybuilders who are preparing for a competition spend their time doing cardio, because they are intentionally trying to burn off carbs, because carbs make you retain water. Not so much retain, well, yeah, they make you retain water. They make your body kind of absorb the water, your muscles absorb the water. And you are trying to get as dehydrated as possible so that you look more veiny and you can see like the striations in the muscles and that sort of thing. So not necessarily something that most people want to burn, especially if you're eating good, healthy carbs. Those are what your body's main source of energy. So you don't necessarily want to burn those off. Generally speaking, most people want to burn fat. Okay, right? I think we can all agree on that. We're trying to target fat burning. This is actually going to be on level 1, surprisingly. I know that it goes against everything you're taught, basically, from early childhood on, that, you got to be drenched in sweat and pushing yourself, and that's not the case if you are specifically doing cardio just to burn fat. Now, if you're like prepping for a marathon or some sort of run or challenge or whatever, it's a completely different story. But if you're just trying to burn fat and that's what you're using your cardio for, you need to stay on level 1, which is where your body is reaching for those fat macronutrients and using those as energy to fuel your cardio session. So again, either track your heart rate. It should be below 120, but maybe above 100. So between 1 and 120 beats per minute. Or you could do the talk test. And I always tell my clients, if you are, for instance, saying your ABCs and you, and you're gasping in between the letters, you need to slow down. You should be able to carry on a conversation or sing a song comfortably without gasping, and that is your zone 1. Okay, but not so slow that you're like, just moseying along. Like if you're on a walk, like I said, keep your heart rate between 100, 120-ish, and do the talk test where you can talk comfortably, but you're not just like strolling. See what I'm saying? So yes, do the talk test, sing a song, talk to your neighbor on the treadmill if they look like they want to talk. Some people don't. I don't usually. And that's a good way to determine what level you're at. But yes, if you're trying to burn fats, you need to be on level 1. And this is something that is very hard for a lot of people to grasp because they've been taught the opposite. And I really want to get through to you and to my clients. I really have to really impress upon them that you don't have to be drenched in sweat by the end of your cardio session. You don't have to be out of breath to burn the calories that you need to burn. However, just so you know, because this is also important, your body takes longer to get to those fats, macronutrients. It takes longer for it to start burning those. So you've got to do cardio for more than 20 minutes. It takes that long. It takes 20 minutes for your body to start burning the fat. So I always put my clients on a 40 minutes, 4 times a week at least. So 40 minutes per session and 40 minutes a week. And that is a good starting point. I mean, do that. Stick with it for a month. If you feel like you can up it, then do more. If not, then stay with that. You can change things. You can do a little bit of an incline, but again, do the talk test, and make sure that you are staying at that level that is optimal for burning fat. So that is my fit tip for this Friday is either track your heart rate or do the talk test and make sure that you're on the right level for what you want your body to burn. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and as always, stay fit.